Welcome to a new edition of Israelkanalen. Today we are at Shuva Junction. This was a place close to Sderot where they gathered all the wounded people that they were brought out from the envelope around Gaza. And this also became a certain place of symbolism, of coherence, and the Israelis coming together to help. And together with me here I have Miriam Malmgren. Thank you very much for taking me to this place today, Miriam.
Thank you for coming. This is one of my favorite spots.
And you have, for how long have you been volunteering here?
So I first came to Israel this year, 2024, in the end of February. And I've been here at Shuva, I don't know, maybe 10 times. So I try to come here every now and then to just help out, talk to the soldiers, show the support.
You have been part of this work for a long time already, and what can you say to our viewers about your experience here?
I wouldn't say I'm a part of this work, but I come here as often as I can and try to help out. My experience here is that, first of all, it's a very needed place. You see the soldiers coming and going, and they get some time to rest, they get a good meal, and you get to interact with the people and hear their stories. For me, as a foreigner, as a Swede, it's very important to hear the stories so that I can also bear witness about what is going on here. So that is one part that I find very important, but also the place itself is important, of course, for the people who come here.
Yeah. So you have also introduced us to the founders of this place, the Shuva brothers, I would like to say, even if it was a mistake. But let's hear what the founding brothers actually said about this place.
In October 7, this intersection turned into some kind of a field hospital. The ambulances couldn't get any farther, any closer to the kibbutzim, to Be'eri, to the other, to Kfar Aza from here. So they had to stop here, and like private cars and army vehicles brought wounded here and brought the bodies here. And from here they send them to the hospitals or to wherever. My brother Kobi, my older brother, lives here in Shuva, in the Moshav. They woke up in the morning, they heard all the shooting, they saw the smoke from the villages around, and first thing he had in his mind is, I must go out and see if somebody needs help. So we came out here and saw all the ambulances and was looking for a way to help them. At the beginning, him and his friends from the Moshav brought electricity extensions and brought electricity from the first house in the Moshav here. They put small table with hot water, some coffee, some tea, so the teams here would have, something while they're working non-stop. At the evening, we started to see that soldiers are also coming here and gathering here before they're going out. So we brought some more food and stuff for them to have. Me and my other brother Dror lives in Netivot, so of course he joined Kobi to see how can he help. For me, and every time when there is a war, I go and buy some equipments to give out to the soldiers. If it's like underwears, shampoos, more than for giving them the stuff, like for their feeling that we support them. And at this time I understood what's happening here, so I decided to bring the stuff here. So we started with small table with cookies and coffee, another table with some underwear and stuff for the soldiers. And from day to day, we saw that the demand just grew and grew. So from 2 tables, it turned into 3 tables, 4 tables. Then we had to build a tent. We had a big tent outside. That was the first free supermarket for them. And another tent as a small free restaurant. And it just happened. I mean, we didn't plan anything. We saw some kind of need, and the education that we got was when you see someone in need or when you see some need, you must go and do whatever you can in order to help.
But now you are called also the Shuva brothers.
Yeah, that's a funny story. The name that we picked for the place was Shuva Achim. In Hebrew, it means the return of the brothers. both the soldiers that went out to fight for us, and of course the people that were kidnapped to Gaza. So we called it Shuva Achim. Now the translation we made in English by mistake was Shuva Brothers. And it's funny because it catch, and then people that came here and said, wow, you're the Shuva Brothers. So we kind of turned into the Shuva Brothers without any purpose, but it happened.
You have a lot of people coming here from all over the country and from international as well.
You know what? For the first few months here were frightening. I mean, you had the rockets every day. You could hear the shootings, and from I think the second week, we already received people that came here. By the way, you could see Jewish people, but you could see also many non-Jewish people that stayed at home, saw what happens, and came here during like the scariest time. After like 2 weeks into the war, 3 weeks into the war, just came here and said, guys, we see what happens, we want to help, we're in your side. And volunteers keep coming all the time. This place, I mean, no one is in charge really. There's no manager in this place. We're all working here. You want to make good, just come here, do whatever you feel. And I think that's what makes this place so special.
Do you have any numbers of how many soldiers you have, been assisting here?
If I'm making a small calculation, during the 5 months we had approximately 4,000 to 5,000 soldiers a day, and then it went down to around like 3,000, 2,000. Now we're around 1,000 soldiers a day. So it will go up to like around the 500,000 soldiers.
And what about all the items that, you said you were buying, underwear, toiletries and these kind of things. How can you afford to, serve like this?
So we started from my own pocket, but then after a very short time, we had first the soldiers who came here and said, guys, we want to give something for what we're taking. And of course we said, no, it's not okay. But then they said, give us the opportunity to be part of it. So we started with a small QR code for the soldiers, and then groups of volunteers who came said, guys, that's amazing thing that you're doing. We want to be part of it. I mean, we can't stay at home, do nothing when these kind of things are happening in Israel. So we started to use some kind of charity organization to collect the money for us and then pay to suppliers. And it's amazing. Magically, we never did any fundraising. We're not doing any events for fundraising. We're not asking people to donate. I mean, you can see people that are coming. We're not telling them, okay, come donate us, help us, blah blah blah. We're just doing our own good, and God is doing His, and it's. I mean, we're still here. I can tell you for sure that if no one will help us from now on, we can stay here for at least 2 more months, which is pretty good. And that's the whole idea. I see you saw our stickers that we made. Ta'aseh tov v'yeh tov. Make good things and everything will be good. And it works. I mean, I'll give you some examples. Like after like 2 months we were here. We worked around the clock in the first months. I'm getting a phone call from my brother who's telling me, Eliran, we're running out of deodorants. I said, okay, no problem. I'm going to make a phone call to my supplier and buy. And then no, Eliran, it's Friday today. There is no way to buy anyway. I mean, nobody's working. And I said, okay, I mean, if we don't have it, we don't have it. I got here, like after 45 minutes. On the way, I'm getting a phone call from a friend. Eliran, please tell me that you have something to do with like 4 or 5 boxes of deodorants. And just like this, problem solved. And it happened hundreds of times. I mean, you can't imagine some stories. Some guy came here with hamburger buns. And then we said, okay, we have hamburger, just the buns.
Yeah.
And then 30 minutes later, we're getting some guy that's coming here with hamburgers. And then 10 minutes later, we're getting some guy with vegetables. I mean, stories that are unbelievable. But that's the idea of do good, everything will be good.
Yeah. Are you kind of religious?
Yeah, You can say that I'm religious.
Yeah, you believe in God.
Yeah, of course.
So you see the hand of God is in
Everywhere,
what
yeah.
you do.
The hand of God is everywhere. I mean, it's. You know, I have a business. I'm in the real estate business. In the first 5 to 6 months of the war, I had to shut down my office. During the past year, you know, 5 months, I worked 5 months less. And the past year, I made more money than the year before. There is no way to explain it. There is no, I mean, I sometimes get a phone call when I'm here from someone who's saying, I want to invest now, how can I do it now? I don't want a meeting, you know, things that you cannot explain. And that's the hand of God.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. I mean, you can see it everywhere in this place.
So I want to connect to that because you have a verse in Genesis, in Bereshit 12:3, where God says to Abraham, "Everyone who blesses you, I will bless." Is that what you experience?
Absolutely. We have it also, he said, Mevarchecha Baruch u'mkalelecha arur. Those who bless you are blessed, those who curse you are cursed.
Yeah, that's the latter part of that
And we
verse.
see it from the others, from all sides. Some people who are trying to damage us are not succeed. Of course, we're not wishing for anyone to be cursed or something, but people who are helping us are blessed, and we see it. We see the other day we got a message from a girl that came here to volunteer, and she sent a message with a photo of her ring and said, I met my future husband in your place. So,
Wow.
and things, I mean, it happens all the time. We see those, this girl with her husband who came at the beginning to volunteer here and then sent us a message that thanks to what we saw in your place, we decided to move to Israel. And we want to live this kind of life. So it's there.
Okay, thank you very much. I wish you all the best, and I hope that this need for this place would also, I mean, maybe it would change the form, but
Yeah.
for Gaza and the soldiers, I also wish the best, and hopefully there will be a peace coming.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for coming here and showing out what's happening here.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
So for me, October 7th was a crazy day. I think for all of us. For me specifically, woke up 6:20 in the morning from a siren in Netivot, and opened my phone, and I see a story after a story on Instagram of my friends that went to dance in the Nova. And I see stories of them running away from the party. And I see stories of them asking for help. And I get messages to my phone asking for help. And we started, I'm a friend with some of the producers of Nova, and started with Instagram and with WhatsApp to try to arrange some lists of, I saw that my friend Nimi is making a big list, the producer, so we're trying to send names that we know that are alive or names that we haven't found yet. On the other hand, I have a sister in Kfar, and we heard that she's in the bomb shelter with her son, which got shot in his hand, and he had debris in his stomach. And their daughter is calling me to try to figure out how to help them and to send forces to help them. So these two stories are what I was dealing with all of October 6th, all of October 7th. And in the after I heard what's happening here in the junction, in the morning of October 8th, I called a few friends. We met in my house. We went started shopping. If it's for equipment, shirts, underwear, towels, stuff like this for the soldiers, because we knew the Kobe is still here. And as far as food, grocery shopping, food, sandwiches, things to make a shakshuka or things to make quick Israeli food that we know.
Yeah.
And we got everything here. From here we started on the same time also WhatsApp and Instagram, so people know that you all start to deal with it. They want to help, they want to donate, they want to get you stuff, they want to send you food, they want to send you supplies. So it was a whole chaos on the first days of this, technological chaos. But from here we heard that 2,000 soldiers started being here in the Moshav, 2 minutes away, another 2,000 in the Moshav, 4 minutes that way, and we getting from here stuff to them, and getting to them, and we see some stuff that they're getting they don't need, we take it back here, and starting operate from here. This became the operation center, the operation room. We had, I think on October 9, we already have 3 or 4 tables, and we have a shade over our head, and we're getting food from kitchens, they're cooking all over Israel. Within 2 weeks, this place is feeding 1,500 or 2,000 people every day. Soldiers, they're coming here. They don't know the area. Some of them never been to this area, or fighting in the north, or I don't know what, or training in the north most of their lives. And they needed help from people that really knowing the area.
I understand that, you know, a lot of soldiers come here also today. But my question is, you know, IDF, the army of Israel, defense army, wouldn't they be capable of serving their own soldiers? You know, is it really needed?
I have a question. Imagine hiring to your company tomorrow, not in a month, tomorrow, 400,000 workers. Will you be able to feed them the next day?
It's a logistical problem, yes.
Okay. Especially when they literally 300,000 soldiers came to the area in 1 day or 2 days in over 1,000 different locations, in the woods, in villages, in people's houses, just to be able to be as close as possible to give the first heat, the first response. So the first 2 months were actual crazy chaos, as far as logistics, as far as a lot of things. The second thing, we never had to get everyone at once, never. So the army have their storages for difficult times, okay, of equipment, of stuff. They opened all of them. A lot of the equipment was from 50 years ago, from Yom Kippur. So they need equipment. A lot of them, even small things like mattresses. You never think that you will need to give 300,000 mattresses. You keep 100,000 in the back. You never think about hiring everyone all at once. We never imagined this will happen in such a wide range. 36 different bridges in the fence from the north to south of Gaza. They bridge from all over. You can't have the soldiers in a base. One base, it's not enough. Each base in Israel had 10,000 soldiers around it in tents. Every field here of people. You know, they have their giant pergola because they're dealing with lemons. They're growing something. They have a giant farm. Each one of these farms have thousands of soldiers in it. And the second thing, the army can provide. The army providing food today. They provide basically the same food, the same type of food every day, including Shabbat. For us, for Jews, Yom Shishi, Friday, Shabbat, nights, you eat a nice dinner with your family. That's something very important for us. And if I can provide this to a soldier, to eat the same fish he'll eat at home, while he's fighting here for me, I'll do it.
Yeah.
If I can provide them a place to sit down and play a guitar and speak a little bit of English with some volunteers or groups that are coming.
Yeah.
These are my brothers, my teacher, my banker is right now a commander in Miriam. These are the people that you know all your life. It's our people. I want to take care of them for whatever they need. If I can get them a towel, a shirt, not to buy something, to save some money to go spend on their wives when they see her once every 3 weeks, I'll do it. That's why we're here. That's why Israel is united.
Yeah, I understand. You know, this is something rather unique in one way, coming together as on a volunteer basis to serve. First of all, do you get any recognitions from from the army itself?
From the simple people, from the commanders, from people that when they have a lot of things they don't need, they'll bring it down here. They'll bring it to help us. Not from the army itself. We used to work with the army. The army had they had a food truck they brought here to help us provide more because we were feeding 2,000 and 3,000 soldiers every day. So they did. And it's enough. And to see the smiles from the soldiers, that's recognition. To hear things, even though they're fighting for me, I'm just serving food. I'm just giving them a massage. I don't know what.
So how do you organize all these things?
With him. He's organizing it. Gone. I don't have even one list. It's like a company. We have a clothing store. We have a kitchen that cooks 1,000 meals every day. There are over 20 different volunteers coming every day. I don't have even one list. God is making the inventory. God is making the shifts. I didn't have people to wash dishes today, and then a family just walked in. Hey, how can we help? Boom, dishes. Miriam is here this morning. She helped me in the kitchen. You can't really manage something that is not yours. We work with donations. That's what I believe. God is getting here exactly what we need, when we need it. We do have a page for donations, so people can help us and donate. We do have a nice Instagram page, Shuva Brothers. You can see, you can feel a part of us. I basically dedicated myself for it. So that way it's easier. It's not that I need to run a company and this. This is the company that I'm running right now. I don't have morning or night or Fridays or Saturdays. I have this. I'll do it from morning to morning. They can call me at 3 a.m. or they can ask for 100 meals or 200 meals and I'll give it to them and they will take it to Gaza. It just run. I put myself in it, all of myself.
So for how long do you think this operation will run here?
I wish that it will finish tomorrow. We believe that it will run for a few good months or a year, as much as they need. It's not about us. Volunteers will come volunteer. Donations will keep running as long as we need it. We can't. This is the question. How long will it be? But no, I don't think anyone can answer it. But we're here, and we will be here as long as they're fighting.
Yeah. I'm amazed with what I see here today, and I just want to wish you God's blessing for your future work here.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Really appreciate it. I'll say something for the people. I'll finish with it. As a real Christian, you need to stand with Israel. You need to, you have to. If you believe in God, you need to stand with Israel. Where our soldiers, I think you saw some of them, you can see the smiles, you can see their faces. These are people, the people in the world calling them genocidals. It's our people, even if you'll put 100 terrorists on the road right now, and we know that each one of them have blood on their hands, but they don't do something at the moment, they don't aim a gun, no one will kill them. That's what we believe in. Blood is blood. A heart is a heart, it doesn't matter what he believes. It doesn't matter what God is he praying for. A soul and a body, it's something that have no color or religion and this is what Israel stands for. Stand with Israel.
Amen. Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it.
So now we have met Eliran and Dror and heard their version of how this work started to come along. And Miriam, you have been here, you know, for so long, and worked here. You heard what the Dror said about the Christians supporting Israel. What can you say?
Well, first of all, what I see is that a lot of people coming here to volunteer that are not Jewish from Israel or other nations, it's the Christians, it's the ones who are coming. And I believe that's a good thing. You know, as we love the God of Israel, we also have to stand with Israel in these dire times. So, and that's also the reason why I'm here, because I believe we live in prophetic times, and now is the time to stand up and show our support. So, but it's lovely to see all these Christians coming from all over the world, coming here.
So what have you experienced from the soldiers being a volunteer here?
Well, it's a lot of gratitude. People are very thankful, especially when you're not Jewish. They're like, why are you here? You're coming during wartime. Why would you do that? And we see a lot of gratitude from the soldiers. Because they feel alone also. You know, the entire world has turned its back on Israel. So when you come here, it means a lot to people. More than I thought, more than I expected. I get so much love, and you know.
And the other volunteers, you are from Sweden, coming here. The volunteers that are Jewish from Israel, that also work here. How do they react when you come from Sweden?
Well, they all think at first they go like, oh, that's weird, but thank you. And, you know, they're also very happy because, you know, in this nation right now, like 25% are suffering from PTSD, and they feel very, very abandoned by the world. So everyone is happy. So if you have the opportunity to come here, you should. Now is the time, because you get to talk and you get to... I have had a lot of discussions about faith, and it's in these times we can have those talks, I think. So as a believer, you should really, if you have the possibility to come, do it. That's what I say. Yeah. Just do it.
For such a time as this.
Exactly. It's Esther moments right now. It is.
Well, Miriam, it was very nice that you took us here. Our time is running out, but thank you again. And God bless you for volunteering here.
God bless you. Thank you for having me.
And to all of you viewers, I would say that this is something that is unique. Coming here as a volunteer, working and serving God in Israel this way is an opportunity that you can also be part of. Thank you for following us, and God bless you, and see you next week.